Okay, politics, you guys. Is Kamala Harris going to pull this off? What do I think? Today is September 7th, 2024. Well, look, since she launched, I would say that her momentum has definitely cooled. I would say that in the beginning, they were showing us polls where she was way ahead of Trump. And now they're showing us polls where either she's neck to neck with Trump, or in some cases, Trump is ahead. Okay, yes, they're saying that she's ahead in a couple of states, but before they were saying she was ahead in a lot more states and Trump was just dead in the water. Now they're showing us all these polls where Trump is a little bit ahead of Kamala Harris. So, what do I think about my predictions that Trump is going to? I don't even want to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Well, I would say that I'm very concerned. I would say that nothing yet, not even the momentum she had in the beginning, has assuaged my fears that the Democrats made a mistake with putting Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket. I would say that, you know, they had a nice bump, nice momentum, and I think her VP pick, Tim Waltz, even though at first I was like, oh my God, he has a lot of pep, but with 59 days left to go, and you're already hearing all these different stories. I mean, there was this one, I think a TikTok where members of Tim Walz's family all came out and endorsed Trump. And then you have all these different investigations that seem to be percolating, but not yet, reached a boiling point. So they have a lot of time to come up with ammo on both Tim and Kamala, and they are going to do it. Some of it will be fake, if not all, but that's not even the point. The point is the damage that they can do. Do I think she can pull it off? I mean, as of today, do I think she can pull it off? I think anything is possible, obviously. But I still think it's more likely that Trump will win. Not because of Kamala's qualifications. I think she's as qualified as Trump, if not more qualified than Trump. In fact, I think Trump is disqualified because I think he, all of the legal issues that he was involved with, the convictions and so on. I think those are obviously disqualifying. I think January 6th was a disqualifying event, frankly. And I'm someone who's always liked Trump before he was, a presidential candidate and then president. I always liked Trump before all of this, right? So it's not like I'm saying this to be a hater. I'm saying this because if Trump were anyone else and all of the things that have occurred, I think he is presumptively disqualified from holding the office of the presidency of the United States. But that said, I think that putting Kamala Harris up against Trump was a very risky move for the Democrats. I think the Democrats, after Biden resigned, or not resigned, well, yeah, he resigned. Sometimes I wonder if Biden should have just gone the distance. Even though he had these cognitive issues, I think it was a better risk than Kamala. I really do. Even though Kamala has had such great momentum in the beginning, the fact remains, in my opinion, that America is a very predictable country. These people are very, very predictable. And notwithstanding the momentum and the bump that Kamala had at the beginning when she first assumed, the nomination. As I have said, there's some issues that she can't overcome. One is the machismo in America. America is a very, very muscular country, very macho, very man-centric country. And it's also very Eurocentric. It's a Eurocentric, man-centric country, right? Now, can they, change? Yes, yes, they can. Obama was president, so it means that, you know, someone who is not Eurocentric, someone, can win. Yes. But the conditions all have to be right. The conditions all have to be right. In this case, you're asking them to not only go against their man centric impulses, but also their Eurocentric impulses in one candidate. It's a lot, especially when faced with a candidate who fits all of the comfortable stereotypes that Americans are comfortable with. I mean, Trump is very macho, and he's very Euro. Also, he's a European man. He's unapologetically European. Nothing wrong with that, but Kamala cannot fit that. She cannot fit that mold the way that Trump does. So these two issues, whether we like to hear it or not, and don't shoot the messenger, I'm just telling you, it doesn't mean people are sexist or racist. It's just what they're comfortable with. Also, I think that debate on CNN where Kamala was criticized even by someone over at CNN for taking Tim Walz with her rather than showing up to the interview on her own. And then the very next day, you had Trump on Fox News on his own. And of course, the commentators, the Democratic commentators, were saying that, he was just spreading propaganda, this and that. Okay, but he went on his own and he looked strong and powerful and confident on his own. He didn't need his VP to be sitting there, sort of proverbially holding his hand. And I think there are people out there, there are voters in the United States who are going to have that in their mind that somehow Kamala is weak. And certainly she's weaker than Trump, right? And when it comes to their president, they really value strength in a president in America. So where does that leave us? I think Kamala is strong. She's had many moments where she has asserted herself. I just think that ounce for ounce, when they match her up against a man and a Eurocentric man, that many voters are going to go the other direction. And those are not all going to be Eurocentric people. They're going to be from many different demographics who just feel more comfortable with a Eurocentric male as the leader in America specifically, right? I could be wrong. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. Don't shoot the messenger. As of today, I still think that it was a mistake. They should have put up two men against Trump because, and two Eurocentric men against Trump. That's what I think. This year, in this election, 4 years from now, you can look at different types of candidates depending on the conditions on the ground, the reality of the thing. I call it the reality of the thing. But this year, because you have to defeat Trump and there can be no doubts or questions about it, you needed young, male, Eurocentric to beat Trump. That's what I think. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.